Hey, Magic Buzz here. I don't normally do reviews. That's not what I use this channel for. I'm usually just using it to test out magic effects, try to practice building up some sort of a rapport with it and some story and see if it's going to be usable in my act later on. But I really like this effect, and it has a lot of adjunct stuff that I wanted to talk about that I thought was interesting, because I'm an old guy. I mean, I remember this. I mean, who doesn't remember this, right? From Timothy Wank, that David Copperfield did, the old Misled. I mean, who doesn't remember that? But if you just want to jump to the end, I'll tell you right now, if you like the effect, just buy this. It's just a download. It's not expensive. Just buy it. Just get it. If you like the effect, get it. You don't have to know anything else. Just shut this down now and get it. And give you more practice time. Anyway, so why don't I have a quick look at my performance of it, and then that gives us something to talk about that you can relate to, so you don't have to wait till later on. So have a peek at my performance and meet me right back here. Okay, so that's my sort of up-close performance of what you'd see if a spectator was sort of burning my hands. Worst case scenario. That's not impromptu what you saw there. I'm sort of prepared. I mean, it's the kind of thing I could have just prepared on the spot, though, after practicing it for a while. So when I first got this, I learned about it on Nick Tan's review channel, which I really like. I'll post a link to his review of this, and if you don't watch his reviews, you probably really enjoy them. A lot of mentalism stuff, which I enjoy. Helps point me in the right direction. But when I saw it, I thought, oh God, this is just a ripoff of Andrew Main's trick, Ghost Bills. I don't know if you can see that. So Andrew Main put this out ages ago. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll kind of tilt it depending on how the light's catching it. You can see though what he's doing there. He's doing this trick, and this has actually got more phases. This isn't just a one phase trick like Cash Melt. So I fully expected to download this, look at it, compare it to this, and go on a rant about how it was being copied. It's not. I was wrong. It's not a copy, and the handling is usable. The problem I had with this, partially because we have polymer bills in Canada, plastic slippery bills, which makes even Misled tough to do. So a problem I had with this was that the handling was a little bit more complicated, a little more fiddly, but then again, there's more phases to Ghost Bills, so there's give and take there, but I never got it working. I really like the effect. I mean, who's going to be carrying a pencil around these days? So being able to do it with the bills was something I really wanted to do. Never could get it working. I might revisit it because it does have extra phases, and maybe I can apply them to Cash Melt. We'll see. But Cash Melt's a much more usable handling, much more real world handling. Like, you can borrow bills and do this. Now with polymer bills, it's going to be fussier. So this is where Nick Tan has saved the day. I don't believe this is Henry Harrius's idea. I think it might be unique to Nick. I'd like to know that. But use a receipt. And the reason why I'm really enamored with using a receipt is A, makes the trick easier. and you could use almost any receipt, so you don't have to carry one if you don't want to. But also makes more sense. I mean, none of it makes any sense. Like, why would one bill go through the other? I don't know. Like, do you have a story that goes around that works other than it just being a trick? Then by all means, go ahead, one bill through the other. But I really like the receipt because, you know, you're cutting inflation or whatever. Like, there's two very different objects, which I think lends a lot to this. There's a chance to put a story in there. Receipts, of course, are great for mentalism. There's a couple of great receipt mentalism tricks just coming out now. Craig's EDC and what's the other one? I just saw the guy talking about it. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, he was very talkative. Almost seemed like he had had too much coffee. Anyway, it looked really good. You could use them in conjunction. So, like, if you're using money and you're gonna bring in the notion of money and receipts and inflation or the cost of things, like, there's a lot you can do. And the fact that you can do a miniature illusion with those objects is perfect. The other thing is, before I forget it, this trick, Sharpie through Bill. So this was a release by Alan Rorson, and it looked really good. It was something I wanted to do as sort of an update to Misled with a Sharpie, because I'm always using a Sharpie in my act. And this was just how to build the gimmick and how to perform the trick. And I tried building the gimmick. It didn't work for me. I mean, maybe I didn't try hard enough. I just could not get this to work for me. But Alan is actually releasing this with the gimmicks at Blackpool. So I'm looking forward to seeing this and getting it and seeing if a pre-made gimmick is going to solve the problems that I had with the trick. Because again, I love the image. And if you're doing money through money or a receipt through money, like, the story can build if you could do it with more objects that you're using. Like, if I'm going to use money and receipts and some mentalism and some stuff, and Sharpie's going to come in there and it's going to be like boom. So that's interesting as well. So you saw my performance. You don't have to perform it like that in real life. You can make it look much less tricky. Like, you don't need to be that careful at all to get in and get out of this. That's one thing that's really good. I mean, the handling here is very straightforward. You're gonna have to learn what's required in the moves, and you're gonna have to practice them until you sort of have a little bit of muscle memory, but it's not anything any different than like a double lift with cards. Like, it's not a super complicated thing, and it's a great looking trick. So that's why I wanted to review it. And I think a good reviewer doesn't go on forever. I think that's all I wanted to even say. So yeah, I'm gonna have a contest coming soon. That's what I wanted to make a point of saying. I'm gonna be doing an effect. I've already tried to perform it a couple of times. I haven't been able to get it to work yet, but when I do perfect it and I get it to work, it's gonna be linked to my contest. And my contest is gonna be pretty good, I think. I got quite a few little tricks that, you know, I think the whole package will be worth a few $100. Tricks that are like brand new that I haven't used, and I don't like to see stuff sit around. I mean, this is really nice stuff and some different decks of cards and stuff. Gonna put a little package together and have a nice contest that'll be linked to that performance of this sort of a variation on the double cross that I've been working on. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there in the internet sphere. Ciao.